Two women pose in front of Wyatt Earp's Northern Saloon in Tonopah, Nevada, in 1902. A group of Apache Indians pose in front of their huts in the American West in 1909. Portrait of Chief Iron Bear, Fort Berthold, North Dakota, 1866. Members of the Shoshone tribe, circa 1880 to 1910. The Holiday Overland Stage Line Office in Denver, circa 1865 to 1870. In 1898, a young Hopi maiden from Arb, Arizona, proudly presents her traditional hairstyle, decorated with exquisite silver jewelry crafted by skilled Navajo artisans. In 1879, Captain George Kaiser Sanderson's camp is pictured at the Little Bighorn battlefield in Montana, where he was overseeing the burial of soldiers killed 3 years before. Switching mounts during a South Dakota cattle roundup, 1890. The challenge of the hunt in Arizona's Four Peaks, a test of skill in abundant wildlife territory. In 1886, a large group of cowboys is enjoying a meal at the OX Ranch in what is now Childers County, Texas. Former Crow Scouts are visiting the site of the Battle of Little Bighorn in 1908. Seth Kinman's unique elk horn chair, a master hunter's gift to President Johnson. A miner's dwelling in the Sierra Nevada range, 1866. In 1875, a wagon train of pioneers pauses for a photo in the Wyoming Territory. Portrait of Pataliro, an 1871 photograph amidst indigenous struggles in Nebraska. Photograph of the famous Deadwood Stagecoach, 1889. The Rufus Buck Gang's Reign of Terror, a multi-ethnic outlaw group's violent rebellion. Geronimo, Apache leaders' fierce resistance against U.S. expansion. Prospectors bound for the Klondike in Skagway, Alaska, 1897. Legalized prostitution in the 19th century West, revenue source despite social stigma. Scene depicting camp life in Arizona, 1871. Burlington Railroad locomotive number 7 in Nebraska. 1886. A meeting or interview scene, South Dakota. Circa 1887 to 1892. Five Texas Rangers, armed and prepared, are shown at the King Ranch in Texas in 1890. In 1901, the residents of Deadwood, South Dakota, gathered to celebrate the town's 25th anniversary, an important event for a community that prospered during the gold rush. In 1880, people are gathering in front of the Mono County Bank in Bodie, California, during the peak of the town's mining boom. A street scene in Rawhide, Nevada, in 1908 shows wagons and early automobiles amidst the gold and silver rush. An iconic glimpse. Rare 1877 photo shows Billy the Kid playing cards. Cowboys attempting to rope a buffalo on open plains. Circa 1887 to 1892. Native American family posing before an adobe structure, ca. 1880. Real cowboys of Buffalo Bills show, skilled shooters as main attractions. Killer Miller, the notorious hired gun's violent career and eventual execution. The vengeful path of Johnson, becoming known as the Liver Eater. A photograph from 1900 depicts the entrance to a brothel in Creede, Colorado, where several individuals, including the ladies of the night, are posed outside. An early 1900 studio portrait shows a saloon woman from the Old West striking a playful pose as she rolls dice. The location of the postcard is unknown. Circa 1900, a portrait of a woman of the night in a brothel in Saltese, Montana, captures the enigma and resilience that define these figures in the Old West. Tlingit tradition, cow claw and potlatch dance attire during a 1906 ceremony. A pioneer's log cabin in Calaveras Big Trees Park, ca. 1886. Using a cradle for placer gold mining. 1871. Butch Cassidy and the Hole in the Wall Gang, master outlaw known for evasion tactics. A Colorado miner's cabin during winter, circa 1898 to 1905. In 1873, a group of armed Cuotero Apache warriors stand proudly near Camp Apache, Arizona, prepared for battle in the center of their homeland. A view of downtown Elkhart, Texas, in 1907 shows carriages, pedestrians, and commercial buildings. James B. Jim Hawkins, founder of Company D of the Texas Rangers, is posing with his weapons in 1875. Mountain Men, resilient explorers mastering survival in the rugged West. Prospectors washing and panning for gold in Rockerville, Dakota, 1889. The white dance tradition, women leading and inviting men to dance. Rex Madsen, the exceptionally tall cowboy who became a Western icon. Seeking opportunity in Guthrie, Oklahoma, settlers arrive for a new beginning. View from the peak of the Sierra Nevada mountain range, 1866. In 1898, Jenny Bow, dressed in black, is standing on the balcony of her brothel in Jerome, Arizona. This building was the second on this location after the first one burned down in 1897. It was destroyed by fire in 1898 as well. The third building still remains today. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid are shown in a bar in Utah in 1889. Judge Roy Bean, the eccentric law west of the Pecos, and his questionable authority. Paiute life in 1872 Utah, nomadic people facing encroachment and conflict. A solemn reminder of the Circleville Massacre in Utah, where pioneers killed at least 30 Paiute people in 1866. A rare photo from 1875 shows General George Armstrong Custer standing in front of his tent, accompanied by 3 Native American scouts during the Yellowstone expedition. Rodeo spectacle, a woman's daring leap over a car showcased Western grit. Chuck wagon used during a Texas cattle roundup, 1900. Civil War levity, an 1863 photo capturing a soldier's playful moment. Joe Black Fox, Sioux performer sharing culture through Buffalo Bill's show. A bovine school bus, the remarkable cow transporting children in 1907. Miner George Carnac outside his Yukon log cabin, 1897. Navajo people situated near the former Fort Defiance in M. 1873. Cowboys are relaxing and drinking in a saloon in Dallas, Texas, in 1902. Three women are posing on a street in Marshall, Texas, in 1899. Uniformed riders, 3 women, 1 man, on horseback, Fort Verde, AZ. Circa 1884 to 1887. The Hatfield Clan in 1888, a photograph capturing Wild West family pride. Iron White Man, skilled Sioux performer in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Cattle being loaded at McCoy's Abilene Stockyard, 1867. The historic Mission Church at Zuni Pueblo, New Mexico, 1873. Wild Bill Hickok, the multifaceted life of a legendary Wild West gunslinger. Native Americans posed before teepees in Aberdeen, South Dakota, 1880. Pioneer family posing outside their sod house, 1882. Bass Reeves, pioneering Black U.S. Marshals distinguished law enforcement career. Rose Dunn, from nurse to outlaw's associate, arrested after a shootout. Cowboy downtime in Tascosa, a 1907 glimpse into bar life in Texas. Stagecoaches of the California Company departing Virginia City, 1866. View of Deadwood City from the south, 1876. Sisters building a frontier home, constructing a sod house in Nebraska. Pearl Hart's daring stagecoach heist, a female outlaw shocks Arizona. Circa 1899, a hunting party displays their captured game in the Williams Fork River area of northwest Colorado, Routt County at the time. later became Moffat County in 1911. A wagon train moves through Harney County, Oregon, on the Overland Trail in 1870, illustrating the challenges faced by migrants heading west. People are posing in front of the Cosmopolitan Hotel, which is under construction in Tombstone, Arizona, in 1880. Texas Ranger Joseph Walter Durbin is posing with his horse in Rio Grande City, Texas, in November 1888. A street view in the borax mining town of Columbus, Nevada, in the late 1800s depicts busy activity. A Cheyenne man, along with his 2 wives, 2 daughters, and son, are posing in front of their tent in Montana in 1901. The pawnbrokers, Beware, and I Steal, are posing in front of their log cabin in Ironton, Colorado, in 1886. A pioneer family is seen in the Three Rivers area near Richardson, New Mexico, around 1900, demonstrating the stark beauty of the Southwest. A saloon setting in Virginia City, Nevada, is captured in March 1898. Dead-Eye Dick, possibly the one with an eye patch, is shown with companions. In 1908, a cowboy guides a wagon loaded with heavy equipment across the difficult terrain of the Matador Ranch in Texas. In 1874, a Winter Ute warrior and his bride are pictured on horseback near the Green and Winter Rivers in northwestern Utah. Oglala Lakota Sioux Chief Tushunka Whitco, Spotted Elk, is standing in front of camp tents at Pine Ridge, South Dakota, on January 17, 1891, not long after the Wounded Knee Massacre. Around 1900, a Watkins medicine salesman is visiting a farm in North Dakota, offering tonics, elixirs, and other products, bringing excitement and hope to the daily lives of the farmers. Around 1895, passengers are bustling on the busy train platform of the Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad in Creede, Colorado, waiting for their next train. President Theodore Roosevelt is in a carriage during his visit to Wallace, Idaho, in 1903. In 1890, a vibrant street scene in Santa Fe, New Mexico Territory, showcases bustling shops, serving both locals and those traveling through. A Blackfeet woman with a cradleboard and a man with a travois are pictured in Glacier National Park, Montana, between 1912 and 1915. A street view in Santa Fe, New Mexico, in 1890 shows adobe buildings, wagons, and pedestrians. Texas Rangers under Captain Dan Roberts are shown camped near Fort Mavet in Menard County, Texas, in 1878. Stagecoaches meet on the road between Tonopah and Sodaville, Nevada, around 1903. Comanche encampment, Horseback's Camp, near Fort Sill, Indian Territory, 1873. Cowboys resting near supply wagons, circa 1880 to 1910. Sunflower, portrait depicting a Sioux male, 1899. Navajo riders' epic trek, courageous journey through Canyon de Chelly's Desert. Homesteading in Nebraska, families facing hardship while building lives on claimed land. Consequence of a leak, men fixing a boat in the Yukon, 1897. Ranch hands from the Excite Ranch, Texas Panhandle, 1902. Billy the Kid's daring escapes and complex relationships, including with Pat Garrett. The Jam, Webster family in Wyandotte, Kansas, 1867. Assisting pioneers, a Round Pond law office facilitating land claims in 1894. Wyatt Earp, from adventurer to lawman, defined by the OK Corral shootout. View of Geyser Springs in Sonoma County, CA, 1880. Annie Oakley, sharpshooting legend who championed female empowerment through firearms training. Ponca Scouts dressing a buffalo carcass at the 101 Ranch, OK, 1890. Native American boy with his canine companion, Utah, 1874. Quanah Parker, the Comanche chief struggled to defend his people's land and culture. A prostitute in lingerie is playing billiards with a client in an Arizona brothel, early 1900s. A mule team and covered wagon are shown on a street in Deadwood, South Dakota, in 1890. A Blackfoot woman and child are shown with a travois in Montana in 1896. A family is posing on their farm near Devil's Lake, North Dakota, in 1900 with their livestock. A pioneer family rests beside their covered wagon in the Three Rivers Range, New Mexico, in 1908. A family poses with hunting trophies in front of their home in Cloud County, Washington, in 1909. Delia Albert, a Toloa woman, poses in a combination of traditional and Western clothing in California in 1890.